He whom I enclose with my name is weeping in this dungeon. I am very busy building this wall all around, and as this wall goes up into the sky day by day, I lose sight of my true being in its dark shadow. I take pride in this great wall and plaster it with dust and sand, lest a least hole should be left in this name. For all the care I take, I lose sight of my true being. He whom I enclose with my name is weeping in this dungeon. What are you? Are you form? Or are you the essence enclosing the form? Are you physical or spiritual? Are you material or made of a unique substance called nothing? It is possible everything you know is a part of that world of something which you have touched, which you have grasped with your senses. But who are you? You have to be made of something other than that something that you're familiar with. How can you be made of the same stuff as all the stuff that is around you? It cannot be. You must be made of something entirely different. That is why you're able to see, you're able to perceive, you're able to understand, you're able to create, even without the body, even with eyes closed, even with all your senses shut to the world. You can still play with the whole existence because there is something called an inside. And only you possess an inside. Nothing else has this inside. You might say, well, of course, animals have inside. Other human beings have inside. How do you know? What if only you have inside and you're just projecting this feeling of inside onto everything else? Because it is such a deep feeling. It is an unmistakable feeling. It is the first thing you assume when you meet someone. They must have an inside. They must have feelings, emotions, thoughts, desires, just like me. But there is no way to prove this. Why not? Because inside is a purely subjective experience. Your inside is not visible to anybody else. No matter how we try, no matter how much effort we put in, it is impossible to prove that you have an inside. The only thing we can prove without any doubt is we have an inside. The one who's experiencing, the one who's perceiving, the one who's asking questions, the one who's wanting to know about things possesses an inside. Everything else in his world are moving shadows. With this feeling of inside added, it is you who give depth to your experiences. Even the most beautiful place in the world is just a postcard without you being there. It is only when you go there and put yourself amidst of that beautiful place. Experience it from all directions. It becomes real. Otherwise, it is just a painting on a canvas. And yet, your entire life is about the outside. Everything you do is to build this wall of the outside. Decorate it as much as you can. Strengthen it as much as you can. As Tagore says, ensuring that there's not a single hole in it. I love the way he says it. He says, I take pride in this great wall and plaster it with dust and sand, lest the least hole should be left in this name. What are you plastering? What are you trying to hold up? It isn't you. It is your name. And what is it that you're hiding? What is your name hiding? That's something that does not need plastering. That's something that does not need building. That's something that does not need your support. You don't have to do anything to keep it alive. But you live with this imaginary feeling that it is your efforts, your actions that are keeping you alive. Without which, life would just disappear as you know it, which is far from truth. The most important dimension of life, the happening dimension of life, has nothing to do with you. How can we know this? Try and create one single dream in your sleep. Plan, organize, use all your skills, all the knowledge that you have. Go research, go into the depths of human psychology. Because the problem you're trying to solve is so simple. I want to have this dream tonight. That's it. That is the problem. Try. You will know how much of your life is totally beyond your control. And how much of it is just a deep happening. Not a single dream you have control over. And throughout the night, you are dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. Not just dreaming, you are engaging with your dream. You're learning from your dreams. Those dreams are impressing themselves upon you. They will manifest themselves as something on the outside. The fear, the anger, the desire is the manifestation of the dream that you see on the outside. They cannot simply exist on the outside. Even when you recognize it on the outside, it is only a reminder that you know what these things are on the inside. In a way, your reality is being shaped on the inside. And yet, you cannot control how you lay a single brick on this wall. Every night you're building castles, dreams upon dreams. And you wake up wanting to accomplish all that. And yet in reality, you don't have a control over how you place that one brick. Even that one brick has to be placed in a way that is aligned with everything else. It just has to happen. It just has to fall in place. Now, what is it that you're missing in forgetting this formless essence that is behind your name? You are forgetting that everything you're searching for is already given to you. Your effort on the outside is totally useless. It will not bring you any closer to yourself. The day you realize this, there is deep anguish, which is what Tagore is expressing. For all the care I take, I lose sight of my true being. The very thing I'm doing, the building of the wall, the decorating of the wall, the taking care of the wall, is blocking my view of myself. The more I do on the outside, the more I create on the outside, without a deeper awareness and understanding of why I'm doing it, why I'm creating it, I am actually building my own prison walls. Eventually, I successfully block myself out of my own view. And then I complain, life is pointless. Life is meaningless. It is painful. It is boring. Or it is exciting. It is wonderful, but only in moments. There's a Cherokee story. An old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. He says, "A fight is going on inside me. It is a terrible fight between two wolves. One wolf represents fear, anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other wolf stands for joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith." The grandson thinks about it for a minute and then asks his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Cherokee replies, "The one you feed."